Oh, definitely, definitely, you do indeed. And with the time that you have, do you have time to watch wrestling on TV, whether it be WWE or TNA?
No, not really. To be honest with you, we've been so busy. We
Right.
every now and then when I don't do anything, I turn the channel on and check them out. But other than that, my time is usually spent on my grandchildren and my family and my students.
Right.
So.
Okay. Well, let's talk a little bit about the film The Wrestler. You had a hand in training Mickey Rourke for his role. How was it to train him? Did it take a lot to train him, or was he a bit of a natural?
Well, wrestling. Many people think wrestling is really easy to do and whatnot. It's really what's in you, the dedication and your love for the business. In Mickey Rourke's situation, he's an actor. He's more like a boxer in his younger day than it is wrestling. So he didn't really know anything about wrestling. In fact, he didn't really have the respect for wrestling. He thought that we were just a bunch of those guys, whatever. And so he didn't really like the respect the wrestling until a couple days into the training, and
Right.
he came to me and apologized for thinking different or thinking wrong when he first met me. So it turns out to be a very a good person. And as far as wrestling his training goes, we trained him for 3.5, 4 months to get himself ready for the movie, and I'm very proud of his accomplishment because it's not really easy what he went through, but he wants this project to be better and come out good. If
Right.
everybody know the movie really started out to be it's just a small low budget movie, and it turns out to be a big thing. And that's I think because of the dedication that he puts into the parts, as a wrestler, and I teaches him everything that I can for the movie, and he took it to a different level. So he become a real good, good student, so to
Right.
speak.
So I guess you've seen the movie. What did you think of the movie?
Yeah, at first, like the movie, I really didn't have nothing to do with the script
Right.
because I'm very protective of the business, and my role was to train Mickey, and I didn't want to get involved with nothing else. But as the movie wind down, when they put them together, I looked at it, and I had to see it at least 3, 4 times for me to really understand. And
Right.
I think it was a good movie. It tells a lot of stories about some of us in the '80s that really had a hard time in wrestling and so forth. And although some of us don't do some of the things like the drug scene that we saw in the movie, there are wrestlers out today, out there that they never done that kind of stuff. But then there are wrestlers that do those things, but overall the storyline of the movie was very amazing, and it touches me in so many ways. I'll give you an example. One of the scene where he tells his girlfriend that these people here in the arena are his people. There's really nothing out there with him, for him. So when he goes to the arena, he meet the wrestlers and his fans, and that makes him, feel important and feel alive or whatever.
Right.
So in the part where things get rough, he sleeps in the trailers and get kicked out of the apartment for not paying the rent. All that stuff that most of us go through. And so I relate to that, a lot of that. A lot of holidays that you don't spend at home with your children because you spend a lot of time on the road to please the fans and the promoters and whatnot. And so the movie itself is, like I said, to me, it's a good movie. It's a real good movie.
Right. No, so you think it's pretty accurate in the story they were trying to tell? It's pretty accurate.
Yeah, most of it is, and most of it, some of them are not. Like I said, there are scenes in there that I never seen in wrestling where, a guy, a drug dealer come in the dressing room and, and try to sell drugs to the, none of that stuff that really happened in wrestling. I'm not saying guys don't do that stuff, but I'm saying that it's never done in front of the, on the dressing room. There's guys who were coming in, and when he came out of his first match, everybody clapping hands in the dressing room, none of that stuff that happened in real wrestling. But yet, there are things in there, like I said, that that is true, and the love he has for the business. I have this saying that we always say about the wrestlers: once in this business, you will die in this business. Meaning that like me, sometime I'm a lot older now. I know I can't perform like I used to, but my heart is still there. I still feel like I can go in there and do the things that that I do when I was young. But that there, it stays with you for the rest of your life. Once you become something that you love, it's hard to get it out of your system.
Right. Well, Afa, before we go, we like to ask you, as we always ask our guests, do you care to share a road story with us? With your times on the road?
Well, the road is not an easy thing to do. The best thing I can say is, looking back at it now, the time that I spent on the road, I miss a lot, a lot of important time that I should have spent with my family. I'm just very fortunate that, when I retired from the business, I was able to spend some time with my young kids and my grandchildren. But as far as story on the road, it was rough. It was a lot of sacrifice, and we meet a lot of people, and I love my wrestling fans, and I believe that if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be who we are, and that stays with me for the rest of my life. So being on the road is something very good, in some way that I missed the important things in life that I should have spent my time with. If I have to do it all over again, I would try to balance it out to where I spend more time with my family rather than being selfish and trying to stay on the road 8 months out of the year.
Right. Now, was there a lot of ribbing on the road? Did they pull a lot of
Was there a lot of what?
Ribbing? Was there a lot of practical jokes?
Of course, a lot of that go on. We're just not a joke kind of people. My brother and I are very serious people. Right. When we go into a dressing room or wherever, we have our own corner where we're very respected on the business. So nobody will try to pull any ribs or any jokes with us. But we've seen a lot of jokes around, flying around the dressing room on the road and whatnot. So
Right. Well, Afa, it's been short and sweet, and the pleasure was all of ours, and as I'm sure it was the fans. I want to thank you for coming on the show this evening.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me, and stay warm now.
I will definitely try.
Okay.
Right. You have a great evening, sir.
Thank you so much.
Right. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.